Hello, everybody. Is anybody on yet? Hi, Candace. How are you, Candace? Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jill. Hi, Addie. Addie, are you watching? All right, y'all. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Ruth. Hey, Shelly. Okay, so we're going to continue our Christmas theme this week. I'm going to show y'all one more thing that I do at Christmas time. Oh, Addie's not with you today? Okay. Hey, Rita. Now, I've already made my supper tonight. At lunch today, I put it into my Ninja Foodie, and I got my supper going, so I'm not making supper tonight on here. I made roasted potatoes and carrots. Hey, Hunter, babe. So, I'm going to show you one more thing that I get requests for all the time, and that's my peanut brittle. And I'm going to show you it's not as hard as you think that it might be. Hey, Linda. Linda, did you make the fruit cake? I hope you did. I hope it turned out good. So, tonight we're going to make peanut brittle, y'all. Peanut brittle is something that I remember growing up, Daddy, when it would get close to Christmas, Daddy would bring home a big bag of peanuts in the shell, and we would, you know, crack those out of the shell or hull them, whatever you would call it, and Mom would make peanut brittle, and we loved to watch Mama make peanut brittle. It was so much fun. Sometimes we wouldn't shell them all. He would put some in a tin pan, and we'd put it on top of the wood stove, and they roast them on top of the wood stove. It's just a fond memory that I have. My day was good, Hunter. It was very busy. Very, very busy, but it was good. Hey, Susan. Hey, LaRonda and Rita. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all. I make peanut brittle every single year. I can almost do it with my eyes closed. Now, I say that and something will go wrong tonight, but I do. I make lots of peanut brittle every year, and this is my mom's recipe. I do not use a candy thermometer. A lot of people do, and if you do, that's great. Hey, Miss Judith and Debbie. I don't use a candy thermometer. So let's get started. Now, I do have my green beans cooking, so y'all just ignore that. All right, we're going to start, and I've got 2 cups of sugar. Now, let me tell you something. I always, because I make so much, I always do a double batch. This is a double batch. If you want to make less, you can just half all this. You can half everything. Your favorite Lisa? Hey, Lisa Skelton Garrett and Lisa Carter. Yes, I know you like it really well, Lisa. All right, so 2 cups of sugar. And I have my old trusty wore out heavy pan. You want a good heavy pan. This is my candy making pan. And it looks awful. But it is what it is, y'all. It's got to be a good thick heavy pan. Okay. So 2 cups of sugar. I forgot. 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water. And 1 cup of white corn syrup. Karo syrup, corn syrup, whatever. 1 cup. Now, like I said, you can half all this if you want. Alright. We mix all of this up together good. In my pan, just going to stir it up together. Yes, when it's cold. It's pretty cold outside today. It does the best if the weather is cold, low humidity, not raining. If it's raining, it tends to get sticky. I have made it in the summertime. I have made it, well, not summertime, in early fall. I've made it early fall. And it done fine, but, you know, I got my house pretty cold and stuff like that. So, humidity has a lot to do with it, and it can be sticky, okay? So, I'm going to stir this up, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat on. Not high, but kind of a medium high. Not just completely high, but yeah, medium high. And you're going to stir it. I'm going to be over here stirring this for just about the whole time. Y'all get this lovely side view of me, so I may need to move my camera. I'm not liking this angle. So let's see if I can move my camera a little bit. There's my Christmas tree. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Josie. I'm trying to unplug it because I had it plugged up. Oh, just stuck my finger over. Hey, I found the camera, Lisa. Lisa and I were talking about this. I found my camera. All right, here we go. Maybe this is a little better. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. All right, so we're gonna stir it because it will stick. You don't want it to stick. So I'm just gonna be over here. Once it really gets to cooking, I'm gonna stir it. And you notice this spoon, it's a long handle spoon that I'm using, and I got this padded handle on it that doesn't get hot, because it will get hot, especially with my stove, which is a gas stove. It does tend to get hot. So I'm just gonna stir this. Check my heat. There we go. It's pretty high. I keep it up pretty high. I'm just gonna keep my eye on it. Hey, Janice and Connie and Greta. So, gonna keep my eye on it. It's gonna kind of start boiling, and I'm just gonna keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. And you'll notice me. Thanks, Wanda. I didn't like that angle. I tried that out before I started, but I didn't think that through. You're gonna notice me, and I'm gonna be dropping it from my spoon a lot, which I know it ain't ready yet. But that's how I test it. That's how I know when it's ready. Is when it falls off my spoon and it looks like a hair. It'll fly off like a hair, and it looks like a hair. So that's when I know that my syrup is ready. Okay? Yeah, these camera angles, they're not very forgiving. Oh well, you know, it is what it is, right? I had Christmas music playing, and I thought, I better turn that off. I don't know what the rules are on that. To spin a thread. There you go. That's it. Spin a thread. And that's why I don't use a candy thermometer. Now, one of my friends, she was like, "You don't use a thermometer?" I was like, "No, I didn't even have one." I actually did buy one earlier this year, or maybe last year, but I've never used it. I'm like, I don't know what temperature it's supposed to be. So this is the old-fashioned way of making it. My mama never had a candy thermometer in my life that I know of. Hi, Sarah. So I'm just gonna keep stirring it. It does take it a little while. Now, before it starts really, you know, cooking and getting real hot, I'm going to go ahead and take this time, because I know it's not going to stick yet. I'm going to take this time to butter my pans. Thank you, Sarah. Now, I like to, if you want to make something pretty, use a pie pan. Use these pie pans. And you can make these little round ones that you can, you know, wrap saran wrap or whatever around them, or bag them up and tie a bow on them, and there it's one perfect little round one. Or sometimes I'll just do one of those big old roasting pans, the aluminum ones, because they're pliable and it pops out easy. And I'll just do a whole pan full and then just break it all up. Yes, softball in cold water, that's fudge. You're right, Debbie. So I'm gonna get my pans buttered. I think, I'm trying to remember because it's been since last year that I made this, and I just take my butter and go around through here like so. I know that I believe the half recipe of this will make 3 of these little pans. So I think I'm going to need all of these, or a couple more extra, because I doubled it. The double batch is a pretty big batch. Okay, so there's one of my pans buttered. And I reused these pans. I did buy some new ones this year because I knew I was going to do a video on it. And I thought, well, let me buy some new ones because my other ones are getting to looking old. But I just reuse them from year to year. I washed them and got them a little bit in there, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and give it a stir, y'all. It's not boiling. I don't see any boiling going on. But once it starts boiling, I'm definitely going to have to be stirring it the whole time. Who else have we got? Yes, brittle has to get harder, so that's why you want it to go to the hair or the thread. Hey, Daniel, Patricia, Pat, Miss Pat Daniel. Hey there, Miss Pat. Making a lot of noise. Tina Holt. Okay, y'all. For those of you that have just joined me, I'm showing you how to make peanut brittle. Hey, Becky, Jerry Wayne. You know, I was skeptical. I thought about this. For years, it's kind of been, I mean, I'm not ever going to do it, so I shouldn't say this. But, you know, for years, I've kind of joked around and said that I was going to do an online candy business and sell my peanut brittle, make peanut brittle and sell it. Because everybody always wants peanut brittle. And so today, I thought, well, I might not show everybody my peanut brittle recipe. I might not be able to sell it if I ever decide to. But you know what I got to thinking? Yes, I will, because they ain't going to want to make it no way. Well, some aren't. Some will, but some won't. Some people would rather just buy it. And that's fine. That's what I always tell Donnie. Sometimes there's some things you can do it, but it's worth it to pay somebody else to sometimes. I'm going to go ahead and butter all these. I don't know how many I'll need. We'll just have to see how far it goes. Alright, I'm going to stir it again because it's starting to get real hot in there. Alright. Becky and Jerry Wayne, I don't know if I said hi to y'all. Can't keep up. I really do. All joking aside, I hope y'all try my recipes. Yeah, especially when you just need a little. That's right, Debbie. Hey, I don't need any, but don't mean I won't eat it. Yeah, when Donnie was working on the garage, he's so busy at work too, and he always does everything himself, and I'm like, hire somebody to do this. So sometimes, even though you can do it, it's better just to hire it done. Alright, I'm about done with this loud racket, y'all. I'm sorry. I started started to do this beforehand and I actually meant to, but I forgot. But you have a little time before it really starts boiling that you can usually get your pans buttered. Oop, about dropped it. Okay, got my pans buttered. Now, over here, you want to have these things handy and ready to go. 2 tablespoons of butter. And you can use margarine. My mom always did. Okay, it's starting to boil. 2 cups of peanuts. Now these are raw peanuts. They're not roasted or anything. They're raw. Now you can use a little less if you want to. If you don't want as many nuts in it, you can use a little less. And then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And this is the fun part, the baking soda. Yeah, it's boiling now, so I'm gonna just keep stirring it. Hey, Martha. We're making peanut brittle, Martha. All right, so if you joined in late, over here, boiling in my pan, I've got 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of Karo syrup, or white corn syrup. Mine's actually Piggly Wiggly syrup. And I just let this melt together and then start boiling it over a medium-high heat. Hey, Glenda! And I'm going to be dropping it from my spoon until it, what did we call that? What did you say? What did you say, Wanda? A thread. It makes a thread. I always say a hair. So it forms a thread, but. So we're just going to boil it until it makes a thread or forms a thread. Hey, Angela and Susie. Now, I have never sold my peanut brittle except when we had the Harvest Festival on the square and I was raising money for Abigail's Plan. Any of y'all know, remember Abigail's Plan? Look that up, abigailsplan.org if you don't know what that is. So, abigailsplan.org. But I was raising money for Abigail's Plan and I sold a lot of peanut brittle at that time. Hi, Lori and Cindy. But I usually just make it every year at Christmas and give it away to my family and a few friends. Now, if I've never gave you any, don't think that you're not my friend. I just might not have saw you. I can't ever, I tell you, I can't make peanut brittle or even think about making peanut brittle. Yep, a thread. That's right, Jerry. I can't think about peanut brittle or making peanut brittle without thinking about my dear friend BJ, and I miss her. She loved my peanut brittle, and every time I made it, she wanted to make sure I sent her some. And I did. It's really starting to boil now. So we're gonna just keep our eye on it because you don't want it to burn. One thing about it, it can go too far really quick. So that's why you want to keep your eye on it. Making peanut brittle, I use my eyes and my nose. So. Okay. Haven't made it yet? Okay, well maybe you will. It's starting to boil. It's boiling good, actually. I'm going to let it go for a minute without me stirring it. Just for a minute. You got to really keep your eye on it. Now, it's not raining here, and it was pretty cold here today, so I decided to go ahead and make it. Started to make it yesterday. It was a really good cold day yesterday, but I just wasn't ready. Alright, I'm gonna let it. I'm just gonna kind of watch it. Ooh, it's getting ready. It's getting close. It's right there. See, it's getting thicker. But it's not there yet. It's getting ready though, it's getting close. It's getting there. Getting there. Probably at that softball stage now. You drop it in some water and it makes a softball. So we're just gonna let it keep on going. See if I can do this without causing too much trouble. Can you see it boiling in there? It's getting there, y'all. Now, after it gets to this hard, the hair or the thread, then I'm going to add my peanuts. Hey, Roger. We're making peanut brittle, Roger. This is also one of Donnie's favorite things. Hardly. Now when I add the peanuts, that's where my nose comes into play. I gotta keep a smell. Keep a check on the smell. Because when the peanuts, you start smelling them, you can smell them parching. And you don't want to get them too parched. And they start popping open. He gonna break it up? He might. He might break it up. That was awful close. Ooh, awful close, y'all. Awful close. If y'all like my shirt, my niece Amy made that for me. She does such a good job. She makes all my t-shirts. Just about all my t-shirts I wear on here, so y'all check her out. Alright, y'all. It's getting there. It's getting close. I promise. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's almost the hair right there. Getting to the exciting part. Hey, Stephanie. This is a hot job, too, y'all. When you stand in here and you make batch after batch of it. I have made, like I said, this is a double batch, and this is usually my regular batch. So if you don't want to make this much, you can half everything I gave you. All those measurements, half it. When you start increasing it a lot, sometimes it don't work as well. So a double batch is usually about what I do. This batch right here, I'm calling a double batch. That's about what I'll do. Sometimes when you double up more or triple up or quadruple up on the sugar, it don't like to work as well. So this is just the perfect size batch for me to fool with. I'm not saying you can't, but you maybe you need a bigger pan, or it's just because they make ginormous batches in factories. So, but you don't want to make more than you can handle. Turn my beans off. All right, I'm gonna check my string again. String, thread, hair, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're trying to get to with our sugar. When it drops off my spoon, okay, it's thick. It's just not hardly. It's just not hardly there yet. So there we go. It's evaporating as it's boiling. It's evaporating that water out, incorporating it with that sugar, thickening the syrup up. And I'm sure, like I said, there's a temperature. If you're a stickler on using candy thermometers and things like that, I know there's a temperature it's got to be at, but my recipe don't call for it. Ooh, that's real close. Not something you can rush either. Just have to take your time. Wait on it. Hey, Susan. Let's see, we got some more people joined. Amanda, Susan, Janice Bogus. Hey, Janice, I hope you're doing good from your surgery. Krista. Yeah, sometimes it does seem like that. Let's see. Just waiting it out. Those of you that have just joined, we're making peanut brittle. And I'm boiling my syrup and water and sugar together. Hey, Sheila. Oh, there's a little bit. It flew off a little bit. So I know we're almost there. I'm gonna let it be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Definite. A more definite, like I saw a little bit of a fly off of it, but it was just barely there. So I don't want any question about it. Now see, there's a string hanging from it, but I'm not quite there. I want it to really fly off in a hair. If you rush it, you do it too early, it's going to be gummy or kind of chewy. And I want mine to be crunchy, if that makes sense. All right. it's doing now. Ain't there yet. Come on. It's getting there, y'all. Gotta be patient. I don't have a lot of patience sometimes. It'll go faster once we get this part done. Okay, again, that was a little better. Little better. Trying to get one that I can show y'all. It's just not there. It's not hardly there yet. Hi, Melissa. Melissa, we're making peanut brittle. I'm not sure if I told you that today. I was going to make peanut brittle. Alright. Still waiting on. Yeah, sometimes that 7-minute frosting. Hey, Jerry Wayne, that 7-minute frosting, that is not 7-minute frosting, is it? You're welcome, Jerry Wayne. Yeah, 7-minute frosting is more like 47-minute frosting. Okay, here we go. We got it. I don't know if I can show it to you, but I'm going to try. Okay, did y'all see how that flew? That little bitty fine piece. Alright, you're going to... on the very bottom of it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's underneath that little drip. There's a piece that, very fine. It's just fine, and it flies off. Let me pull it just another minute and see if it can get it to be a bigger one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. When I bring it over to the camera, don't do it. Come on. Come on, you. Do what I want you to do. Well, it's there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like just a fine little hair will fly off the end of it. Usually I can get a bigger one. Let me see if I can get a bigger one. By the time I get it over here, it draws back up, but yeah, there it goes. There's a little flying hair there. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So now I'm going to add 2 cups of peanuts. Like I said, if you want less peanuts, do less peanuts. If you want more peanuts, do more, but 2 cups is quite a bit. Sometimes I'll do a cup and a half. Now this part you want to stir it too because you don't want to scorch it. It will scorch very easily. So this is where I smell. And I watch. I'm going to watch for it to turn a golden brown. Now if you like it lighter, then don't let it get as gold. If you like it darker, let it go a little further. Sometimes I get it darker than I mean to, but I like it. Donnie doesn't. He likes it more light. So just however you want it. The one thing I don't like about this is these blue lights. I can't hardly tell with these blue lights in here when it gets kind of golden. It's hard for me. So I'll pull it off and pull it over here in the other light sometimes just to see. Because these LED lights in my vent, I don't like them. So I'm going to keep it on the heat here. And I might turn it just a hair. You don't want to scorch it. But I'm going to watch for it, listen for it, and smell it. When you smell it, start, parching. You can smell the peanuts parching. When I hear them popping, you'll hear them like the peanuts popping open. And when the color gets a golden, kind of a golden buttery color. You're with Donnie, Roger, you like yours lighter? He eats it, let me just tell you. He eats it. Now I don't want mine just real dark, but a little bit dark is fine. I don't want it scorched. I'm gonna let them sit for just a minute. I'm not gonna let them sit long now, but I'm gonna kind of let them bubble, and then I'm gonna pick my spoon up there in a second and stir them again. Hi, Peggy. I'm gonna move this. That way I can put my pans over here. I don't smell them yet, so we're still good. We're doing good. Just keep stirring it because you don't want it to scorch and stick. This is a lot how you make hard rock candy too. I love hard rock candy. I love the cinnamon kind. Hey, Melinda. Oh, I was going to tell y'all. I'm starting to smell the peanuts. I've made this with pecans too. And you could probably do it with cashews and almonds, any raw nuts you like. But I have done it with pecans and it was really good. And I have made it with no nuts and poured it into a pan and then put chocolate over the top of it, like chocolate chips that'll melt because it's hot, and then let that sit, and it's kind of like a toffee. I did that one time too. Melinda, we're making peanut brittle. Peggy, we're making peanut brittle. So while we're waiting on my peanuts here to pop open and brown, I'm starting to smell them. I'll recap the ingredients. First, you start out with 2 cups of sugar, a cup of water, and a cup of Karo syrup, white syrup. And you boil that together until it forms a thread or a hair when you drop it from your spoon. That's what I was doing when several of you joined. After that comes to that stage, then you add your peanuts. And so now I'm just cooking it with the peanuts in it and cooking the raw peanuts, and I'm cooking those out. It's complicated. Yeah, it's complicated. And I'm just watching till I see it get a kind of golden brown, and I smell it, and it smells right. I know you can't smell it. Emerald used to say, smell-o-vision. I wish you had smell-o-vision here. But you know what a burnt peanut smells like. And when it starts smelling a burnt peanut, you better get it off. Right now I'm just smelling parched roasted peanuts is what I'm smelling. And then this is getting kind of warm. So let me see if I can do this without catching the house on fire. You know, let me get a smaller one. I'd hate to send Melinda into panic mode. There we go. That's just perfect. Starting to smell it. And like I said, I can still smell Melinda, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm not, that's my test every day. I say, can I smell that candle? Alright, like I said, this blue light on my hood messes with it where I can't tell how golden it is yet. But it's not real golden yet. You can see it. Whew. So I'm gonna let it cook a little more. You call 911 for me, Melinda? Maybe I won't catch anything on fire today. Not that I haven't. I singed all the hair off my arms one year. Mercy, strangle myself. When I lit the stove, it went boom. I held down on the thing too long, and it went boom, and a big flash of fire came out, burned all the hair off my arm. But everything was fine. I just strangled myself. Sorry. So y'all see why I said get you a spoon with this padded handle, because even this padded handle is starting to get hot. Now, I know from experience, look, I got a hair now, I don't know if you can see it, that's candy. Ooh, can you see it? That's candy. I always have like these spider webs on my stove when I'm making it, because when I lay my spoon over here, it does that. Okay, y'all, it's getting there. I don't know what I was telling. Anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about. But it's getting there. It's kind of got a little yellow gold tint to it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm still not ready. I'm going to put it back over here. I'm going to see what, I don't know, these lights came in this hood, and when I replace them, I'm not going to use the blue tinted ones, that's for sure. I don't like those. I like the warm ones. You had to have a haircut? Oh no! Your sense of smell and taste since 2005? Ooh. I think I saw Julia join. Hey Julia. Alright, it's getting there. I'm not hardly ready just yet. I'm going to let it get just a little darker because it's going to be really light if I go with it right now. Hey, Jesse. Or Anthony. I bet it's Jesse. We're getting there though. Once it gets to the point that it's the color I want, the smell I want, then I'm going to add the butter. And I'm just going to mix it in good. And then I'm going to add the soda, the baking soda, and it's done. Ready to pour in the pans. Can you see it? It's getting there. The peanuts are really good and roasted, but I want my syrup to get just a little bit darker. Well, hey, Anthony. Are you trying to learn how to cook? Well, you need to do that. Fix your lady a good batch of peanut brittle. I bet she'd like it. I think she and I were separated at birth several years apart. I'm quite a bit older than her. But she's always sending me things she's eating, and I'm like, man, you're my idol. I love to eat. And she eats some of the good food I like. Okay. This is the part where you can really let it go. Well, all of it. But anyway, it's at the point where I can really let this go too far really quickly. Is she laughing? All right. I'm going to pull it off and look at it in this other light. Yes, it's a golden brown. Now, I don't know if it shows up on here, but it's pretty golden. Golden. Okay. I got some butter. Now, this is approximately 2 tablespoons of butter, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and put this butter in. And get ready. I'm going to stir this butter in good. It's kind of foaming. You can hear it sizzling around a little bit. Now, for me personally, I wouldn't even mind to let it go a little more, but just so I don't get it too dark for Donnie, I'm going to pull it off now. All right. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This is the magic, y'all. Dump it in and start for your pans because it will foam up. I don't know if you can see it foaming, but it's foaming up. And it gets set quickly. This is really light, but let me go and put some over here in this pan. I could have let it go a little longer, but I sure didn't want to burn it. Making it on video with y'all. But it's going to get hard now. Let's see if we can get out of this blue light and let it. It's pretty light, but yet it's kind of a butter color. I don't know if you can tell on here with the lighting, but that's it. It's done. I let it sit. It's going to get hard in a matter of minutes, and it'll be ready to eat. So there we go. That is how you make peanut brittle. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, for my taste, I would like it to go a little longer with the peanuts. But this will be good. It's light, but it's darker than it looks to me on that camera. So, but anyway, it's not hard at all. I hope y'all try it. You'll be by later, Sarah? Okay. I'll be here. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope you make some peanut brittle. Whew, I'm hot now. It's a hot job. So, be watching. I've got a few more things that I'm going to make between now and Christmas that maybe y'all enjoy for Christmas. Okay? Thanks a lot. Y'all have a good night. Bye.